Good evening, class, professor. Here we are again, week number 6. I'm so anxious, so excited to get this on the roll. So here we are. This is going to act as the presentation side of my submission for week number 6. I will be sure that I properly attach in the correct module this go round. So, in choosing my occupation, I chose operations manager or top executive within a supply chain. There are some companies that I desire to work for, but anywhere within the supply chain, an operations manager or top executive position is what I desire. I chose this as a final goal for my career path because it's a job that's always going to be in high demand. The supply chain is never going anywhere. I mean, that's how they make everything work, make this get from A to B, etc., etc. It is definitely a career type move. Right from entry into this position with a bachelor's, it provides a very livable wage and much room for increases as you climb. It will also provide a very positive and fruitful future for myself and my lovely 3 little babies. I love them so much. So here we are again, talking about these aptitudes. So as many of you might remember, I've mentioned before, I've always felt these 2 skills have come kind of natural to me. You can imagine that in any top executive position, especially an operations management position within the supply chain, is going to require much organizational skill. I once again feel as if I possess this almost naturally. It's ever since a young age, I was always told, like, man, you're just so organized, which was abnormal for a young man, you know. So also in any supply chain operation, a operations manager will need to possess strong verbal communication skills, as this will be important in dealing and communicating with suppliers as well as other employees and partners on the workforce. So the current path, speaking of my current path, I feel like what has enabled me to continue in this direction would be my current path to education. Being online, it's been a blessing. It has allowed for much flexibility in my schedule in regards to my full-time role as a student, as well as my full-time role as a father and as a member of the workforce. So in doing my research to the DeVry Library, I did find a couple selections that really struck my interest. As I mentioned before, what I began to notice pretty much from the beginning was the parallels between the business management side as well as the production and operations management side of the supply chain. So the selection I chose is centered around this exact subject, the selection process of suppliers for an operations manager and how these decisions are linked to the business management side of the equation. So in conclusion, I just want to say obtaining a top managerial position or an operations manager position in a supply chain operation with a desired wage of around $105,000 annually. This is my goal. I also intend to follow that up and to obtain my APIC certifications and my master's degree in this field. Overall, my goal is to do something I enjoy and still provide a comfortable and happy life for myself and my children. Thank you, everybody. Good night.